Hi, good evening to Sir Azwan and to our fellow classmate. I'm Kibrina Anak Manghing. My group members are Hafizi bin Watkozi, Lisa Sabrina binti Yasin, Nordin bin Haji Osman, and Razana binti Razali. As for our presentation, we are going to present our topic entitled Ethics Initiative in Malaysia. Based on the news published by the News Straits Times on 20th of January 2020 entitled Do Anything to Be in the top 10 of the Corruption Perception Index, it discussed about the Malaysian government's efforts to fully address governance, integrity, and anti-corruption measures by launching the National Anti-Corruption Plan NSCP 2019 to 2023. The plan was launched by our ex-Prime Minister, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, on 29th of January 2019. According to the article, Malaysia scored 47 out of 100 points and ranked in 61st out of 180 countries in Transparency International TI 2018. In 2019, Malaysia ranked 51st out of 180 countries with 53 points in the 2019 TI Corruption Perception Index CPI. One of the biggest corruption scandal in Malaysia's history is the 1MDB scandal that involved a big name such as our former Prime Minister Najib Razak, his wife Rosman Mansor, and a businessman known as Jolo. The scandal included money laundering and extorting trillions of US dollar from its account, as well as the gain made by bond prices and bribery simplified by wrong statement. So to address such scandal, the NSCP was introduced to create a corruption-free environment with a society governed by the value of honesty, openness, and accountability. The parties that involved in the plans are the policymaker, the government, the private sector workers, education sector, political figures, media, mass, and bureaucrats.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to everyone who's watching this, especially to you, Sir Azwan, our most handsome and generous lecturer. So I hope everybody is doing fine. So my name is Hafizi. I will be presenting my part, which is the ethics initiative that Malaysia has brought so far. Before the NSCP. So what is ethics initiative? What do we know about it? What is it actually, the ethics initiative? Ethics initiative is a plan, codes, program and project promoted and conducted mainly by the government in order to inculcate ethics and integrity to both public and private sectors. So this is mean all the government efforts that has been made or still ongoing to address problem related to integrity misconduct among the civil servants and the private employees. So that is ethics initiative. So what Malaysia has been done in terms of governance, integrity and anti-corruption efforts. Our group has listed all the initiative before the NCP in this slide. So the Malaysian initiative effort began long before independence. Actually, it's even long before the Malaya was formed under the British government, and then the Prevention of Corruption Ordinance in 1950s, followed by the setting of the Commission of Inquiry Suruhanjaya Siasatan, and then the formation of the ACA was set up on 1967. ACA is the Anti-Corruption Agency, also known as BPR, Badan Pencegah Rasuah, at that time on 1967, before Badan Pencegah Rasuah was elevated to upgrade to MACC, the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, in 2009. Okay, and then follow back with the formation of the JKK MPK, which stand to Jawatan Kuasa Khas Kabinet mengenai pengurusan kerajaan, with the objective to create an efficient, disciplined government administration and public service with the highest integrity. And then in 1991, I bet everyone know this. This is the famous one. It was launched and inspired by Tun Dr. Mahathir, our Prime Minister at that time. The Vision 2020. Okay, with the focusing on the fourth challenge, with establishing a fully moral and ethical society. Then we move to the next one in 2004, uh, the establishment of IIM and National Integrity Plan. This was launched by our Prime Minister at that moment, which is Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Abdullah Haji Ahmad Badawi. Primary focus on cultivating ethical culture and integrity among all walks of life in Malaysia. In 2009, between 2009 and 2014, the formation of national committees on the integrity. Here, the government formed the JKTU, the Jawatan Kuasa Keutuhan Tadbir Urus. Okay, focus on the strengthening the quality of the public service delivery system. And then the G2 JITU, which stand to Jawatan Kuasa Integrity dan Tadbir Urus, with the goal of establishment to strengthen the integrity of the government administrative management. In 2013, the government start to appoint the responsible minister for governance and integrity, with the portfolio of implementing policies on good governance practices and strengthening of the transparency and accountability of country. Last but not least is the establishment of the government agencies under the governance and integrity policy. We have B2 right here in 2015, and then GITN, Government of and Integrity Department, in 2017. And the recent one is the National Center for Governance, Integrity and Anti-Corruption (GIACC) in 2018, and then the NSAP come, the National Anti-Corruption Plan in 2019. Okay, as you can see right here is the other ethic initiatives. We don't have to discuss further on this. I just want to show you, as you can see right here, most of the ethic initiative was inspired and launched by our ex-prime ministers, like Tun Dr. Mahathir, Tun Datuk Seri Abdul Ahmad Badawi, Datuk Seri Najib Razak. Okay, only 12 pillars is from Tan Sri Datuk Sri Ahmad Sarji bin Abdul Hamid. Okay, the point is, what I want to say here, the point is, no matter what we do, but in the end, the number of corruption figures still don't change. If you ask me, should the punishment for corruption to be increased, then my answer would be yes. Okay, and even some other countries shoot the corruption of offenders to death. No, I'm not saying that they should be dead, but I think the punishment for corruption play a vital role in preventing and deterring future illegalities. If potentially corrupt people know they will get away off with the light sentence, they are more likely to take a chance to commit corruption. Okay, so I guess that's all from me. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay safe wherever you are. Assalamualaikum and goodbye.
Hi everyone, my name is Razana. So today I'm gonna present about 6 strategic priorities of NACP. So the first one is political governance, strengthening political integrity and accountability. In its 1997 policy paper, the United Nations Development Programme UNDP described governance as the exercises of economic and political study. And administration power at all levels to administer the affairs of a government. It involves the process, procedures, and institution by which the people and groups share their wishes, exercises their legal rights, fulfill their responsibilities, and mediate their differences. So the second one is public sector administration, strengthening the effectiveness of public service delivery. The public is the region under the jurisdiction of government for the affairs of the country. The provision of public services is seen as an important factor. It mirrors the image of a nation. Public administration is the heart of the public sector. So the third one is public procurement, increasing the efficiency and the transparency in public procurement. So public procurement applies according to the Organization of Economic and Development, OECD, 2. Transactions made by the government and state-owned products, utilities, and labor enterprises. So the government procurement is the one sector that is the most vulnerable to corruption and other practices that are illegal. So the fourth is legal and judicial. Enhancing credibility of legal judicial system. Legal means the system of laws regulating the state of the judicial system. Based on such laws applies directly to the administration of justice. In order to increase the performance of the justice system, it is important that some of the current legislation be reformed by proposing and implementing adjustment to them. So the fifth is law enforcement. Institutionalizing credibility of law enforcement agencies. Okay, refers to a system mobilized against those who breach the laws and standards that govern society to enforce the law in Malaysia. Law enforcement is carried out by various law enforcement agencies that comprise both the federal, state, and local authorities law enforcement agencies that are committed to find and implementing solutions to mitigate crime and provide the resident welfare well-being in Malaysia. So the last one, the sixth, is corporate governance. Inculcating good governance in corporate entity. In general terms, corporate governance refers to the system of law, procedures, and processes which an organization is guided and regulated. A good corporate governance regime in line with the OECD good governance standards help ensure that companies use their own processes. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lisa Sabrina binti Yasin. I will continue the presentations where I will explain the implications on ethics initiative in Malaysia. In the efforts of Malaysia in implementing the initiative in a society as a whole towards the developed nation, it is very important for the stakeholder to be ready for the changes and to be able to adapt those initiatives that has been introduced and brought us as a new shield to combat the issues of integrity in public sector. As in NSCP 2019 till 2023, Malaysia has put a lot of their efforts to formalize the sustainable anti-corruption framework to achieve the government goals in this 5 years plan. So one of the goals in this NICP are in terms of its accountability and credibility of judiciary, prosecutions and law enforcement agencies in World Justice Project Rule of Law Index are to improve from 0.54 in the year of 2017 to 0.63 by the year of 2023. Other than that is to increase the percentage of corruption conviction rate in Malaysia. The goal is to increase 77% to 90% in the year of 2023. Next, the goals are in terms of its efficiency and responsiveness in public service delivery according to the Global Competitiveness Report in year 2018 are in rank 7, which government aims to move up to 5 rank in year of 2023. Last, the goal is to remain in the top 4 by the year of 2023 in terms of its integrity in business by the Corporate Governance Watch Asian Corporate Governance Associations called ACGA. Essentially, in this between of 2 years, we can see there are several accomplishments of Malaysia that we Malaysian can be proud of. For instance, like in Press Freedom Index, which Malaysia has increased to 22 spots to 101 place in year 2020 with a score of 33.12. A lower score means better press freedom. So, another achievement is on Endowment Trust Barometer Global Report, which Malaysia has increased the score from 46 points to 60 points in year 2019. These points indicates the citizen level of trust in our government. As we can see, the awareness of this Malaysia's initiative has given better understanding between the government and also its citizens. Other than that, Democracy Index has ranked Malaysia to the 43rd in year 2019 with a score of 7.16 points with a climb of 9 spots from its last year. Well, that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Nordin bin Haji Osman. I will conclude this presentation. Lack of integrity affects not just the individual or organizations, but also the whole nations. Integrity issues such as corruption, questionable values, harassment and violation of ethics and rules are toxic to the effective policy. Faced with the globalizations, the Malaysian government has only no alternative but to establish an integrated and systematic policy against this corruption. These initiatives are incorporated in many reforms, strategies, and promotion that persist until today. But ethics and integrity must not just appear in a slogan or headlines, but must be a living entity in the soul of the nation and its people. There must be a genuine desire by Malaysians at all levels of society to be honest and truthful in their daily lives, at home or at work. People must be committed to achieving greater balance between their ambitions and moral ethical standards of behavior. Only then will the hard work achieved in the ethical measure over the years be truly respected and celebrated. And before the government is prepared to offer its political will to ensure successful avoidance of the corruption. Thank you.